If you're a marksman or if you own a weapon for self-defense, you've probably noticed what some are calling one of the most significant ammunition shortages ever. It's been building for months.
Finding ammunition for pistols and modern sporting rifles is near impossible, and what is available is selling at record prices. WDSU News reporter Blake Hansen explores how it's impacting consumers and businesses right here at home.
When there's a problem.
At the Jefferson Gun Outlet in Metairie, owner Michael Meyer is under the gun. He runs one of thousands of shops across the country, just trying to survive the great ammo shortage.
Can you recall one this
No,
bad?
never.
So bad, a box of 9mm rounds would have gone for $15. But with supply down, demand is up. And look at the price now.
Ammo started getting hard to get middle of last year, so sometime in the summer last year, and then it really got bad around Christmas time.
Around Christmas time, rhetoric was ramping up for stricter gun control laws. It was following that mass shooting at a Newtown, Connecticut elementary school. Many people ran to gun stores like this one and cleared the shelves. But legislation failed, and still many months after the shortage started, sometimes ammo are still very hard to find.
The conspiracy theorists are having a field day.
Gordon Hutchinson isn't just an expert marksman and trainer, he's an expert on the industry and covers guns for the Louisiana Sportsman magazine.
They think it's the government buying it up so we can't get it. And that's why they keep buying it, so they get it before the government gets it.
But Hutchinson points to a recent article Republican Congressman Chris Gibson wrote to a constituent and obtained by thegunmag.com. In it, Gibson, who sits on the House Armed Services Committee, writes that the Department of Homeland Security has actually dropped ammo spending over the past few years, from $148 million in 2010 to $108 million in 2011 and $106 million in 2012. And writing, quote, "Regardless, I do not believe that this agency nor any agency of the federal government would ever purchase ammunition or firearms with the specific intent to use them in mass against the American public. Nor do I believe that the intention of these purchases is to lower the quantity available or increase the cost of equivalent ammunition available to the public." Hutchinson believes dispelling rumors like that will drop demand and lessen the ammo shortage, but says regardless, it could be a while until things are back to normal.
The industry is telling us, the guys in the industry, the manufacturers, are running 24/7, and they're saying it'll probably be a year and a half before they get caught up.
In the meantime, shops like the Jefferson Gun Outlet will adjust. Unlike big retailers like Academy or Bass Pro that sell other items, ammo's a large chunk of the business, meaning instead of leaving the shelves empty, Meyer spends much of his time searching alternative channels for ammo.
If we don't have it here to sell, we have nothing to sell, and then we won't be here for very long.
Trying to ride it out and survive the shortage. Reporting on your side, Blake Hansen, WDSU News.
Though some reject the explanation, we should note that the National Rifle Association has said the DHS purchases of ammo are normal. It issued a press release debunking concerns and saying in part, quote, "There is no need to invent additional threats to our rights," end quote. The group first offered that statement last year and just recently confirmed its position following an increase in complaints from gun owners.